Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is set for 3 rounds in the Shamrock Fighting Championships welterweight division. This bout is tonight's co-main event, and it is sponsored by the Home Loan Expert. Introducing first, on my right, fighting out of the title MMA blue corner, a mixed martial artist that stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, official weight 174.8 pounds, fighting out of Springfield, Illinois, Prez! Across the cage, his opponent, fighting out of the First Form red corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 175 pounds, fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Sean the Gladiator Scott!
Referee Dwayne Best has your call for our co-main event of the evening. Jeremy Johnson along with Ariane Zekti, Samrock FC 322, and here we go. No touch of the gloves. Now, Prez here has a very kind of herky-jerky style where Sean Scott just kind of throws bombs.
We're already seeing Sean try to impose his will, close the distance, be it by strikes or by kicks. I will say Prez has like a nice little loose stance. I'm enjoying watching.
Yeah, he's very loose.
He looks comfortable. Sean looks like he's just kind of warming up, but Prez looks like he was warming up in the back. Oh, beautiful too.
Found a home on the chin of Scott.
This is exactly how I said Prez needs to fight if he wants to fight against Sean Scott. Stay long, stay loose. Don't get into this locking of the horns, underhooks, a battle of underhooks and overhooks. Sean is a very strong individual, and you're going to find yourself getting very tired very quickly doing that.
Yeah, not only is Scott extremely strong, he's also extremely athletic. He's a national champion gymnast and holds a Guinness Book of World Records for like backflips off a yoga ball. I mean, for real.
I didn't even know that was a record for that.
Absolutely there is.
Oh, geez.
Scott here trying to lock up that high single.
Beautiful control of the chin there in the head. Oh, wow.
Takes big double slam.
Just strengthened. Perez looking for a Kimura, but from, Sean being in his half guard.
Not only that, but look at the bicep there on Sean Scott.
He's kind of securing it.
But can Scott muscle just straight out of this?
I mean, maybe right now with it, but I don't like the way this is looking. I mean, Sean's a strong guy, but I never want to say defend a submission with strength.
That's a bad thing right there. A nice straight arm lock.
Sean needs to transition out of the half guard and circle to the head, but I guess Perez just kind of gave it up. I mean, it's entirely possible that Sean is just that strong,
I'm banking Sean could probably just bench press him up with the hand.
It's fresh in the fight. Both guys are still relatively dry and relatively fresh, so it doesn't shock me.
Big elbow there out of Sean Scott.
So what Sean has to do, isolate an arm, throw punches with the other one. He's in a dominant position. And I'm a little shocked, that Perez isn't really doing more to get up. Maybe he's just kind of conserving his energy.
Or at least to get to some advantageous position here out of this half guard. As we are down halfway through the first round.
He needs to shrimp away from Sean. Anytime you're giving your back to your opponent is just not a smart move. It's a little shocking because he's a purple belt. And Sean is content just sitting here, hitting where he can, elbows here, punches there. Especially in a 3-round fight, 15 minutes. These shots don't necessarily end fights, but I'll tell you what they do, man. They accumulate.
Absolutely they do.
Softening the body, softening the frame.
And this is where Sean Scott's strength comes into play here.
Dude, there's few guys on this planet that I call physical specimens. And Sean Scott is just a freak.
But the whole family is. his brother Derek competed on the Titan Games. Sean Scott has done American Ninja Warrior. I mean, it's just the entire family is that way.
Yeah. I would love to see Sean kind of push down on Perez's right knee. There's a position here where he can easily get mount if he wanted to. Like I said, he's content in this half guard. He's trying to gift wrap the free arm right now that he's holding. That would make it a lot easier to punch Perez in the body and the face. But it only works if you keep the head. And you can see Sean trying to maybe just isolate that arm.
Yeah, Sean's not trying to isolate. Prez is trying to cut off the breathing, completely legal. Sean almost looking for like an Americana there, let it go.
See, this is what Prez needs to do, shrimp away. I'm not really sure why he's waiting so long.
Yeah, because he needs to try to elevate here to get that sweep.
He's got both underhooks right now, so it might be that Sean Scott is on top, but Prez is actually the one controlling Sean right now.
Yeah, because Sean has basically got nothing more than a headlock position here.
I think he was
down
able to...
to 30 seconds here in
Beautiful
round
elbow
one.
from the bottom. That being said, it's Prez's nose that's all busted. These small shots, man, they don't look imposing, but they suck.
But boy, do they add up.
No, they're not fun. Sean Scott just imposing his will this whole round. When he did get the fight to the ground.
Big elbows coming here from Sean Scott.
Oh, wow. Prez is cut.
Oh, he has opened up Prez's head.
Jesus. That is a bad cut, Jeremy. That might be a fight ender. Let's see what the cutman can do, because that's really bad. That is gushing.
A huge cut there.
That might be over. I don't know if a cutman can do anything about that.
Well,
let's take a look at this.
It definitely can work.
No, that's a fight ending. No, there's no way. That's over. You can't stop the bleeding on that one. He's going to take another look, but I don't see a scenario where you can put enough Vaseline in that. And all Sean's going to do is hit it again.
So, yes, but the cut can be stopped with enough what they call epinephrine. You put that in the cut and it's potentially possible. But the thing is, the fight, as soon as it hits, it may open up again. So we're going to see if the doctor will stop this or not.
No, I don't think there's a scenario where it's over.
The referee's going to stop the fight over the cut.
If a cut, Jeremy, by the way, if a cut is on the flesh, I absolutely agree with you. But when you're cutting through the meat like that elbow did, there's no Vaseline in the world. That was a beautiful, beautiful elbow. I wish I could do a backflip.
I totally agree with you on that one.
A synchronized backflip.
Like I said, just a family of athletes here as we go to our instant replay. Now, as you said, a couple of shots there in the nose had him going a little bit there, but 1, 2, gets him right there. The third one just kind of adds to it. That is a huge, huge cut there.
If there are any fighters watching that too, I wanna stress the motion on that elbow. He didn't plant it and push. What he did was more of a slicing motion. The object was to cut, not to hurt.
Absolutely.
That's the proper way to throw elbows, in my opinion. If you want to throw elbows to do damage, you do it from the feet, where you have more power. But when you're on the ground like that, it's more of a slicing motion over the forehead, over the eyes. Fight's over. Even if it doesn't get stopped, let's say, it didn't get stopped. The blood starts going into the eyes, your opponent can't see, you knock him out with a shot.
Exactly. The blood in the eyes is a big one. Let's send this one up to the cage to Joe Parisi to give us our results of our co-main event of the evening.
The cutmen doing all they can right now to just kind of stop the bleeding. So that was a bad cut. Sean Scott, ever the showman, getting the crowd involved.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after round number 1, the doctor has called a stop to the action, declaring your winner by TKO, Sean the Gladiator Scott!
A huge win here for Sean Scott. Synchronized backflips and the whole bit. Gotta love him. What a way to end our co-main event of the evening here, but we still have more fights to come. As coming up next, it's the big one. It's our main event as Lucas Lopes makes his final walk to the cage, taking on Bellator veteran Dwayne Diggs, and we'll be right back right after this.